someone new to me and plenty to do. Wow! Whether you want to fight, spectate some matches, hang out with friends, or enjoy the festivities! If you're all about that Street Fighter life, the Battle Hub is the place to be. This is your fave, Eternity, signing off. See ya! And don't forget to like and sub.
see what you've got.
Let's see what you've got.
Put on a good show.
Let's see how you do.
Let's see what you've got.
Think you can take me?
Don't hold back now.
You got the skills?
Think you got what it takes?
You better not be all tough.
Let's see what you got.
Don't hold out on me. Yeah, ooh, let's go. Hadouken! Yeah, not good. Ah! What is strength? Don't hold out on me.
What have you got for me? Here goes nothing.
I am not to be trifled with.
Let us do battle.
I am not to be trifled with.
Ta! Ha! Sure!
Let's go!
What have you got?
Don't hold out on me. Gotta give it my all.
Well, it looks like we meet again. Ah, so that's your vibe, is it? I like it. You got it. Not in a bad way, of course. In an amazing way. So, this is where I'd usually say you can go wherever and do whatever, but I'm sure you're going to have a lot of questions. This is your first time, right? Don't worry, though. Eternity's got you. Try accessing the various points around here, and I'll come give you a quick rundown. Now, go explore and have some fun!
We currently have a player on a winning streak.
Fight! Round! Fight! Here comes a new challenger!
All right, you ready? Don't expect me to be a pushover.
Round one. Fight! comes a new challenger.
Gotta do this. Come on.
Round one. Fight.
Ken wins! Round one. Fight!
Up and over!
Round two. Fight! Ken wins!
We currently have a player on a winning streak.
Here comes a new challenger!
Gotta do
Round one. Fight!
Hadouken! 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 Fighting up a not so bad! Go top! Hadouken! Give me a break! Tatsumaki uppercut! Let's get this!
Round two. Fight!
Fighting uppercut! Tatsumaki uppercut! Hadouken! Fool it! Shoryuken! Not done yet! Heads up! Heads up! Shoryuken!
Ken wins!
We currently have a player on a winning streak.
comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are ready to lay it all on the line.
Gotta do round one. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Tries to bait him with the projectile. Starts with a jump. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Player 2 chases him down. Gets him. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Decides to create some distance to start. Dashes! The throw missed! Timely side switch there, which will let him go on the attack. Player 1 holding on to that corner advantage. They were expecting that driving back. Brushes that off and keeps going. Experiencing burnout. Player 1 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. Drive gauge is looking bad. What do they do now? Barrel Shinku Hadouken! The super doesn't hit! Gets out of there with the backdash. They return to center stage. They're going for the super arch? That's not gonna hit. Their will to win is really... The low kick hit! They can't squander this punish counter chance. In there!
I don't have time to play.
Player 1 showed some very good growth during...
Street Fighter 6.
We currently have a player on a winning streak.
Here comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are pumping themselves up and are raring to go. Who's going to come out on top in this fight?
Gotta do this. Come on.
This will be a good fight.
Round one. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Checking their opponent. This is a good range to test the opponent's reaction to fireballs. Trying to control their opponent here from a distance. The fighters are at a standstill. What's going on through their heads? Player 2 has them legit shook in the corner. Knockdown. They gotta escape from the corner before the pressure builds up. Good job here in giving themselves a chance to gain the upper hand. Player 1 can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. Picture perfect punish counter. Solid combo. Burnout activates. Player 1 needs to hold out until their drive gauge recovers. Okay, Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. Player 1 did a great job of reading their opponent up close that last round. Can they keep the momentum? They decide to hang back and rethink their game plan. out of range. Relatively safe. Player 2 has a slight life lead. Goes for the fireball, which is very strong at this range. Good distance for a shot. Fireball into the corner. They're trying to force the opponent into making a mistake. Zones with the fireball. The punish counter gives them a great opening here to do big damage. Going in. Chica drops that off. Shinku Hadouken ends the round with a sick combo. Amazing. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks.
Final round. Fight!
Player 2 flipping the script with a turnaround super. Jump! Hits up the counter. This is going to be huge. More fuel for the fire. Put them up. They're going to teach you a lesson here. To play with fire, you're going to get burned.
That hurt.
Look at the damage. Player 2 has the overhead denied. Player 1 can't let this. Were they looking to connect with an overdrive arc from this situation? A real, they are done. Player 1 was an absolute beast in that match. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Jones with the fire. Fireballs are risky, but if the opponent doesn't jump, they're one of the best ground game tools. Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. Uses the target combo to take a chunk of damage off the opponent. Player 1 chases them down. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage. Player 1 needs to deal with this burn and a super activation, looking to score some juicy damage. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Player 1 holding on to that corner advantage. KO! Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round 2. Fight!
Checking their reaction to the fireball? Who's going to start things off? Both fighters are looking for a way to experiencing burnout. Player 1 has an empty drive feed. This is a very precarious Shinku Hadouken. Player 1 is working with a better gauge. What can they do with it? What separates the good from the great in this game is smart gauge management. Nothing stops this train. Player 1 needs excellent read. Here comes the corner pressure. Now they can use drive. Player 1 with the rhythm. Oh, there's a burnout. Taps him on the toe. What's the Shinku Hadouken? A fireball at that range? Player 2 gets the win in a convincing fashion. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. The first round begins. No time to save that stuff for nationals. It's time to go all in. That attack landed for a counter hit. They'll have to decide how to follow up. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Taking stock. Player 2 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Saw them sweating against the wall and gets in the throw. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight!
Starting off with fireballs right from the get-go. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Shoots off a fireball up close. Player 2 has a slight life lead. There's still a lot of fighting to be had. It's anyone's match. Both fighters planning something? Still scrapping for control of the space. Their will to win is really being tested here. Going in, one chance here may end this match. Up tap to close it. Player 2 took no time to finish that fight. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Player 2 chases them down. The move whiffs and they get nailed with a punish counter. Gets through the opening. Player 2 has a slight life lead that they may sit on. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? Oh, can they survive this badly timed burnout? No more drive gauge. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. KO. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round 2. Fight.
Goes for the jump in to start. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. Burnout activates.
Not good enough.
Player 1 holding on to that corner advantage. Still slugging it out at this range. Player 1 will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. Out of drive gauge. Now's the time. Player 2 is working with a better gauge. What can they do? Oh, is this it? Or are they still in this?
Bet that.
And now they can get tagged by the fireball. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in that can grind out the win? Opens with a jump in? What's that off?
Dragon Last.
The toe connects and does big damage.
Dragon Last.
Hits them with the counter throw. Nice fireball. Player 2 has the super gauge advantage. The overhead denied. What's next? Dangerous range here. Gets the counter hit and the win. Player 2 was an absolute beast in that match. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rebound. Hits them with a stopping block. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. Fireballs are risky, but if the opponent doesn't jump, they're one of the best ground game tools. The neutral game is much harder to control without a full drive gauge, so they'll be looking to fill it back up. Knockdown. Player 2 chases them down. Very solid corner switch. Low heavy for the win. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round 2. Fight.
Goes for the jump in to start. They've both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Big throws. Player brushes that off and keeps going. Oh, what's this? Baits out the attack and gets the punish counter. Going in, experiencing burnout. Super clutch corner switch. Looking for a chance. This is a complete shutdown. They can't escape. Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Goes for the fireball, which is very strong at this range. The corner throw ends it. Player 2 took no time to finish that fight. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Tries to get a breather with a projectile. Denying them a breather there with a long-range fireball. We're still in the early going, and it's really anyone's fight. Okay, both fighters have taken a long step back. They're both looking to reassess the fight. The fighters take a step back to reassess. Time for a new game plan. That was a solid anti-air. Backs them into the corner. Player 2 has them legit shook in the corner. The attack is parried. Throws them to negate the block. We're near the end of the round. Can either fighter pull a rabbit out of their hat here? That's one huge life lead. Is this going where we think it is? Big, low, reaching heavy. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. All right, what's coming up next? Long, low attack hits. They saw the chip KO on the table. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight.
Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. You know their fireball game is solid because they're only throwing it when their opponent can't jump them. Sure you can? Hit them with a stopping block. Going in? The opening on that impact. Will they take it? They're going for the super art. The Dragon Last Flame giving them a side switch on top of the damage. Picks up the count, digs in deep to get that drive in. Risky up-close scrap still going. Gets the critical line. Even when the chips are down, they're still looking for a way to take this fight. Now they gotta think of a follow-up. Look at the damage. Closing moments of the match. One hit's gonna do it. That was the highest if I've ever seen it. Player 2 is a force to be reckoned with. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Big gap between the two fighters, so they throw out a fireball. Denying them a breather there with a long-range fireball. They gotta escape from the corner before the pressure builds up. Uncomfortable space here. Can they put each other on the edge? All right, what's coming up next? That drive impact doesn't get through. Drive impact is blocked, but takes a bite out of the drive gauge to apply some pressure. This is a real back-and-forth match this game. They definitely know what the other is capable of. There's an overdrive Shoryu. Player 1 is gonna have to wait for that drive gauge. Can they stick it out? Okay, Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Checking their reactions with a fireball. Throws a projectile to zone the opponent. Tries to keep the pressure on the opponent by zoning with fireball. Is the fireball part of their corner game? Fantastic reaction there. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. Player 1 will need to play it conservative until their drive refreshes. Full SA meters on deck for both sides. This could be over soon. Risky up-close scrap still going. Life lead is there. Raw critical. What's gonna happen?
Not good enough.
Doesn't set the throw. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks.
Final round. Fight.
They both drop them from the air. Overhead. Overdrive Hadouken. Player 2 has the super gauge advantage. Turns out. Amazing. Oh, nice. Player 2 is in burnout state. A very precarious situation. This is where we can expect some major pressure. Will it be the damage or the setup? Both sides. There's a burnout. Player 1 can't use any drive moves. Gotta play it safe. Thumbs up. Player 2 clinches the win. But that could have been anyone's game. No way we could have called that. It's not over yet. Let's believe it's time for that run back. The low kick hits. Connects with medium kick. Flashes him. Neither of them willing to back off. Knockdown. Player 2 needs to deal with this burnout. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Jinrai kick for a mix-up. Pokes with a medium kick. Ends with a projectile. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round 2. Fight.
Immediate jumping. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Scrapping it out up close. Holds out with the block. Player brushes that off and keeps going. Both fighters are working with empty drive. Burnout activates. A quick breather. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Still slugging it out at this range. Player 1 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. We're at a standstill, but we may see interruption soon. Player 2 holding on to that corner advantage. Now they can use drive. So, what's next? A real test of nerves here. Not much movement, but the thinking caps are definitely on. Push out the OD Hadouken! Only a little bit of drive, and what a finish! We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Player 2 had a rough roll that last round due to poor drive management, but there's still time to adapt and turn this match around. They decided to take a breather to regroup. Out of range, relatively safe. Full SA meters on deck for both sides. This could be over soon. This is where smart meter management is going to come into play. Our fighters will need to tread carefully. Oh, here we go. Catches them out. Turns down. Player 2 is in burnout. Drive impact misses. Throws them. Takes advantage of the hesitation and gets some good damage in return. Okay, here we go. Player 2 needs to take advantage of this gauge disparity. They're gonna teach you a lesson here. You play with fire and you're gonna get burned. Amazing! Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? It is over! I've seen a lot of fights in my day, but nothing even comes close to this one. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Hits them with a stopping bomb. Ups the damage on that by opting to go for the overdrive. Will this decision pay off for them? Throws them to negate the block. Player 2 has them legit shook in the corner. Porter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? Alright, what's coming up next? Neither of them willing to back off here. This is a critical point of the round where they're just experiencing burnout. Player 2 has completely used all of their drive game, but they still have enough life left to take the round if they... A gutsy fireball gives them the round! Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight.
Immediate jump in. This round is so important. You can feel the intensity in the air. Jinrai kick for a mix-up. Knockdown and... picks up the counter. This is going to be huge. Looking for a chance. Oh, they were looking. Finds the target. Drives it back, misses. What'll happen here? Ooh, what a smart throw. Player 2? No way. That win wasn't luck. That was 100% planned. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. It's not over yet. Just believe it's time for that run back. We're finally ready to begin this long-awaited fight. Our players look primed and ready. They're not going to allow any jump-ins. Solid anti-air will shut down the opponent's air game and make it much harder to jump in. Limited resources at hand right now. Neither of them are willing to back off here. Big gap between the two fighters, so they throw out a fireball. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. There's the impact. Not letting that go unpunished. Oh, in there. Player 1 on the board first with a win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight.
Goes for the jump in to start. Are we going to see some fireworks here? That drive impact is blocked. Forcefully closes the gap. Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Both fighters are working with empty, experiencing burnout. A quick breather. Player 1 will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. Fires off a Shiksu Hadouken. That's not gonna hit. Medium kick. Going in? This is a complete shutdown. They can't escape. Crowns them from above. Player crashes out the cage right there. Big drive gap now. Now they want to finish. Player 1 gets the win in a convincing fashion. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Both fighters are pretty much unscathed. How are they going to deal damage? What's the play here? They gotta escape from the corner before the pressure builds up. They've got nowhere to run now that they're in the corner. This is going to hurt. Player 2 is in burnout. Drives off the table. Knockdown. Neither of them willing to back off here. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Life lead opens up. Takes a trip. Player 2 has completely used all of their drive gauge, but they still have enough life left to take the round if they play smart. It's back in there! Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Goes for the jump in to start. Attempts to break the stalemate with the fireball. Jumps in. Burnout activates. Knockdown and goes for the Shin Hashogeki. Uses the gauge for a super art.
Pay attention.
Finishes with the throw. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Will we see our fighters fill each other out or just let it fly in this opening round? Checks with the projectile. Not much damage dealt so far, but they may be looking for an opening to run with. Side switch. Now they're on the defensive. Does not want to get stuck in the corner. Player 2 chases them down. Tries to keep the pressure on the opponent by zoning with fireball. Player 1 needs to deal with this burnout. If they can't escape this rock-solid corner pressure, this round is over. KO! Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Round 2. Fight.
Immediate jumping. Are we going to see some fireworks here? Medium kick hit. Wrapping it out up close. Player 1 can't use any drive moves without experiencing burnout. Going in. Player 2 holding on to that corner advantage. Back into the corner. What setup do they have? What a finish! Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Welcome! Manny Rose here. Thanks for your patronage.
Shoryuken!
Here comes a new challenger.
They're all fired up. We're almost underway.
Gotta do this. Round one.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Checks with the projectile. Goes for the throw. Opts for the throw. Steps in for the throw. Player one has them legit shook in the corner. What are they thinking here? Absorbs the attack and fires back. Neither of them willing to back with a super art connect. The corner makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? This is looking bad. What are they gonna get? Player one on the boards first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Looks like they want to establish a rhythm with their ground game and fireballs. Projectile to try and change the situation. You know their fireball game is solid because they're only throwing it when their opponent can't jump. Player one will want to take advantage of their meter lead while they have it. What separates the good from the great in this game is smart gauge management. Knockdown and looking for a chance. A quick breather. Player two needs to use the threat of the corners, experiencing burnout. Both fighters planning something? Crowns them from above. Player two, holding, tries to act quickly but whiffs the attack. Barely blocks the jumping. Time to reassess the situation. They return to centers, goes to the air. Punish counter on reaction. Oh, here we go. Closes it out. Player one was an absolute beast in that match.
We currently have a player on a winning streak.
comes a new challenger.
How's this match gonna shake out? It's gonna be exciting to see.
Let us begin.
Let me have some fun.
Round one. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Waiting for the opponent to make the first move. We're still in the early going, and it's really anyone's fight. How are they going to deal damage? What's the play here? The fighters are at a standstill. What's going on through their heads? The fighters take a step back to reassess. Time for a new game plan. Neither fighter wants to get stuck in the corner as they continue to duke it out mid-stage. Who's going to break the silence first? Checking how their opponent reacts to fireballs. Trying to control their opponent here from a distance. Super Meter is looking bare right now. Will they try to hang back to stock up or continue fighting? Aiming for Meter would open up the opportunity to deal huge damage, but that's easier said than done. Halfway through the round now, expect to see both fighters take it to the next level. How will both competitors use this one time? Player 1 has used up all of their drive gauge. The drive gauge is completely empty, meaning their ability to block is also weak. Can they outlast it? Knockdown! Spends the gauge on the drive rush. Player 2 chases them down. Very solid corner KO. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Round two. Fight.
How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Last round, we saw some very solid zoning play. Can they keep that up and close out this game? A quick breather. Risky up-close scrap still going. Oh, they're in the corner now. No running away. Chases them into the corner and will now look to do some damage. Dashes forward. Smart play with the... Oh, the throw connects. Player 1 holding on to that corner advantage. Side switch in the corner. Flatline zone. Player 1 was an absolute beast in that match.
comes a new challenger.
This isn't about just winning the match. Pride and bragging rights are at stake here. Both fighters will need to bring their A game to the table.
Hope you're ready.
Round one. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Tries to bait him with the projectile. It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? The throw hits. Now the fun begins. Was well in range to score the throw. Tries to keep the pressure on the opponent by zoning with fireballs. Gets a chance with that jumper. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Neither of them willing to back off here. Lets off a projectile to waste time. Gets the parry in and adds some pressure. All right, what's coming up next? Player 2 needs to use the front of the corner here. What'll happen here? Oh God, this is tense. Sonic Boom. This is a prime opportunity to end things, but they decide to play it safe. In there. Player 1 wins the first round and is now riding a huge wave of momentum.
Round two. Fight.
Immediate jump in. Who's going to start things off? Neither of them willing to back off here. They're jostling for the dominant position in the corner. Gets out of the corner. What'll happen here? Jumps up. Jumps. Jumps in. Rolls out the soba. That's a counter. Going in. Somersault kick. Still slugging it out at this range. Amazing! What a finish! We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win?
Final round. Fight.
This is it! Who's gonna take it all? Sonic Blade to fish for a reaction. Player 2 won out those close scuffles, and now they gotta have a plan for the next round. Won't play their game. Says no with the overdrive Tengen. Super Art on deck for both fighters. How the... Experiencing burnout. Player 1 is in burnout. This is gonna hurt. What are they gonna do? Goes to the air. Somersault kick to take them head on. A jump in? Let's loose a boom knockdown. Here comes the mix-up. The low. Throw is denied. What a read. What'll be the squeeze in the impact to finish? Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us. It's not over yet. Let's believe it's time for that run back. We're here in the first round. Which one of them will let their fists do the talking? Sonic Boom! Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. Fireballs are risky, but if the opponent doesn't jump, they're one of the best ground game tools. Throw whips. What are they thinking here? The throw connects for counter hit damage. Those hit harder than normal throws and really pile on the pressure. Player 1 is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. Almost had it, but he gets blocked. Gets the jump in. Not much drive to work with that counter. No more drive gauge. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Knockdown. Oh, whiffs the throw. Anything could happen here. They couldn't shake the projectile. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Looks like they want to establish a rhythm with their ground game and fireballs. They trade. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Blocking a jump in attack means you're at a disadvantage, so they should be looking to anti-air instead. Clean parry. Are they trying to bait a throw? They may have something up their sleeve. Player 1 will need to play it conservative until their drive replaces. Do they have enough drive gauge? Drive gauge is almost empty. They gotta be careful. Rolls out the Sobot. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Burnout activates. Knockdown, and that's not gonna hit. The super doesn't hit. Player 1 in dire for super art. You've gotta be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. They're going for the super art. Both sides get all the throw connects. Breaks the block with a throw.
What?
Too far for the throw to connect. They're recovered. Party time. Catches them with a blue-hot sword. What's next? Will their super art do anything? Closes it out. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
train. Terrible. Too slow. Not good enough.
We currently have a player on a winning streak.
Here comes a new challenger.
This is gonna be a 5-star match. Get ready for history to be made.
The top player is here.
Don't expect me to be a pushover.
Round one.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Waiting for the opponent to make the first move. We're still in the early going, and it's really anyone's fight. How are they going to deal damage? What's the play here? Maintains composure and pushes out of the corner. Player one is in burnout. Drives off the table. We have one player in burnout state, which means they'll have to continue to fight temporarily without using any drive-reliant moves. Oh, can they survive this badly timed burnout? Knockdown. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Drive gauge finally recovered. Yo, put that away. KO! Player two takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Checking their reactions with a fireball? They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Time for a drink. Oh, could be the start of something. Plenty of life left. A full drive gauge to work with. They have tons of options at their disposal. A quick breather. Drink level 4 and now a full house to play with. Are we gonna see a comeback here? Both fighters planning something? Still scrapping for control of the Dragon Lash Super hits home! Okay, here we go. Somehow manages to block impact. Squash! Manages to block the jump-in attack. Weaves in the impact to finish. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win?
Final round. Fight!
Happy hour! Carried the flower, hits the drive! Big stage... Took him to the corner in a flash. Chases them into the corner and will now look to do some damage. Player 2 is looking at a grim situation. Oh, yo! Player 1 needs to take advantage of this gauge disparity. You'll cut that boy off. He's had too much. Player 2 is on track to steal this back after that super. And it is on. Player 1 is on the brink of disaster. Turns out. Player 2, now they can use drive. D9 keeps cool and breaks through with the throw. Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us.
comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are pumping themselves up and are raring to go. Who's going to come out on top in this fight?
Nowhere to run.
Hope you're not a sore loser.
Round one. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Now they get pushed into the corner, where it's going to be very difficult to escape. Player one has them legit shook in the corner. There's a corner switch. Does not want to get stuck in the corner. Still slugging it out here. They trade. Sticks the jump in. Taking stock. Player one chases them down. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Player one is maintaining the corner. Goes for the super art. It's the level one. Breaking with some serious style. This is the range where things get messy. Can they pay? Oh. Player one picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Time for a drink. Grabs them. Player one creates a good corner opportunity. Big chance here to do some damage if they can keep the corner pressure up. Both fighters planning something? Jumps? Looking to impress with this super. Player one is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage. Can they keep on him? Their spacing is so on point right now. But who's gonna blink first? Hits them with a stop and bop. Oh, could be the start of something. Jumps up, goes for the jump in. What'll happen here? Path to a win looks very tough here. And I don't know if they can hold out. Big opportunity now in this corner. Hits them with his free flow. Tap into the feng shui engine. Harry connects. Finds the target. Player two with the rhythm owning that space. Go Satsu. Any mistake here, throw is denied. What a read. Closes it out. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks.
Final round. Fight.
Going in. The swagger step sends them flying. Medium kick hits. Breaks it. Bumps up. What are they gonna do? Overhead, but it won't work. Connects with the throw. Player one can't let this simmer. They gotta start cooking. Huge chance after that wall splash. Okay, here knew the throw was coming. Pokes with a kick. Medium kicks into. Noticeable life lead. They think this time to bust this out. Player two is in a very good spot now. They're taking a step back to slow down the pace. Tries to make something happen with an overdrive arm. Are you kidding me? I've seen a lot of fights in my day, but nothing even comes close to this one.